What? What's up, everybody? Mark with Carnivox Academy here, and holy crap, it is summer in Arizona. I am melting like the Wicked Witch of the Southwest, and it sucks. But I got my little polka dot towel, and I'm good to go. Good to go. So today, we are talking about Slaughter to Prevail. We've talked about them on the channel before, but we're going to talk about them again because this song is taking the frickin' internet by storm. In fact, I have had a lot of people posting it in the Carnivox Academy Facebook community page, link below. And I heard like 2 seconds of it, and I was like, nope, gotta hold on, gotta hold off. So we're gonna listen to it together today. We're gonna break down what he's doing, hopefully demystify some of his techniques, talk about how he gets so freakishly low, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, real quick, if you are a fan of the channel or this is your first time, I am Mark. I am the vocalist of Kardashev, Viremia, and Neverbreath. You can hear them with the links below. And on this channel, I break down vocal technique primarily because it's fun, and I want you to understand it and hopefully be able to improve your vocals and scream a little bit safer. So if that sort of thing interests you, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and importantly, hit the bell notification. Really helps me out. We recently hit 1 million views with this channel. Lots of people gave me such lovely feedback. I was very humbled by that. Thank you so much. Last but not least, if you enjoy this level of analysis and you want me to break down your vocals, there's a way to do that. So I am on Wizio. Link below for that, but Wizio is a platform where you can submit your vocals to me, and then I will in turn listen to them, give you feedback, and also give you tips, tricks, advice, and exercises so that you can improve your vocals, remove pain, remove strain, get a little bit more volume, more confidence, more power. We can work on distortion placement, resonance placement. It's a way to get my insight when we don't have time for a lesson, or you just need one little quick tip or trick. Anyways, check it out, and if you enjoy it, feel free to give me a review, but beyond that, let's get started. Alright, loves, so I found this really badass frame to send us off, so let's go back to the beginning, where the brave may live forever, and let's start this. I've got high expectations, folks. High expectations. Little karate noises. Hiya! Okay, so it sounds like the song is transitioning there. Let's go back because I actually want to talk about something really cool. So we are, oh gosh, we're barely in, right? And one really cool thing, one thing I really like about Alex as a vocalist a lot, is that he is really like a master of the range, right? And one thing that I think a lot of people, especially in the deathcore community, want is they want to have like 10 million different types of techniques that they do. Like, I want to have a Swiss Army knife of techniques. And that's all really cool, and that's wonderful, and you should have that if that's what you want. But I'm always more impressed when somebody can take the same technique and make it sound like a bunch of different things by moving it around in the range. So what we have here, and I want to talk about the beginning specifically, where he's like rapid firing. He starts the song with just like those ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba vocals. So he's building it on like a basic distortion, just like a like that, just basic like 101 metal distortion. Now he's got like a massive chest cavity and a thick neck and a deep voice, so it sounds really freaking crazy because he's got that natural gift as well as talent. But one thing I really want to point out in that section is he pulls it high. I don't know the lyrics, but he does something like like that. You hear how that pulls up and then shoots down? The way we want to accentuate that, and I work with this a lot with my students, is by using the diaphragm for those quick little rapid fires. We do a lot of staccato breathing exercises to help them do this, but like if you watch me do it, you're going to see that there's very little effort. When I accentuate those sections, everything that's happening is happening down here. In fact, let me tilt the camera down. Oh no, you can see my desk. It's so messy. But you're not going to tell me what it is I'm watching. There's almost no effort to that. Like it's really pretty effortless. And that's my goal for you guys to be able to do as well. But let's keep going. And also think about how he dropped it low. Right? So he didn't do anything crazy to drop it low. He just sort of changed the mouth shape. Like you can see right here. Like all you're doing is changing your mouth shapes and it can sound crazy. Nice. Oh! Yo, we got some pitched distorted yells. So sick. So you could hear a little bit of like his voice, like his I don't remember the melody. Let's go back a little bit. We'll just see what he did. Right, he got that. One thing I'm a big advocate of is if you're gonna add distortion to like those loud, like gravelly yells, you really should not think of it as a yell per se, but like kind of like you're approaching a belt, like in singing. So what we want to do is we want to have that like ha 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 oh, that ease, that like no tension in my neck when I do that. Oh, my neck is just as soft as it is when I'm talking now. And then we want to ease into that distortion. Ho ho oh 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 yay yay. And then when you do that, there's no pain. My students and we do a lot of frontal resonance work to make sure that when you're doing that, it's really shooting out of your mouth. You're almost imagining it coming through your cheekbones, right? So that's something to think about there, but it sounds really cool and he's following like the guitar riff, the melody. Really neat. Let's keep going though. That was really sick. Let's hear that one more time. He's sort of like, there was like a spit at the end there. Let's check that out. Oh! Those cymbals! So now we have a different distortion method. All right, so before he was, well, let's just talk about what this is. So you've probably seen it if you're interested in vocals and you've like gone onto the, the YouTubes and you've said how to do metal vocals, how to do false chords, how to do fry. You've probably seen this. One of the most basic methods of starting off with these types of vocals is mimicking like a dog bark, whoa, whoa, ooh, ooh, or like a exasperated sigh. It's one of like the quintessential ways of learning false chord. Everybody knows about it. But he does like this like gorilla, like ooh, 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 kind of like right there. Woo, ooh. He kind of pushes those out, and that's like a really kind of like an old school sound, and he's putting it in here, and I really like it. Listen to it again. It's kind of like when he drops down on that box. And again, that's really just taking this. Let's do the bark. The bark is a little closer to what he's doing. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. And slowly learning how to turn it from oh, 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 oh. You hear how that sounds a little bit more like the quintessential like metal scream. Oh, oh. Check it out. Something's gonna happen. We gotta talk about that. I also gotta brush my hair. Hold, please. Well, that explains it. My air conditioner's gone out. Or at least it doesn't feel like turning on. But we will persevere. Okay, so we had some really cool high vocals going on here. When a lot of people think of Alex Terrible, they think of lows. But Alex has a lot of really cool highs too. And those highs... That's coming from that goblin-y voice, putting that high... You see, if I do my high... It is in the position I'm ready for that goblin voice. Now, it's not falsetto. We're not doing that. That's not necessary. We can just be right here, right? Then I'm not having to pull my larynx all these crazy positions, right? It's a really common thing. People are like, oh, get as high pitch and falsetto as you can. But I don't know about you, but that's not comfortable. Whereas if I just go like this, I'm getting all the nasality I need without putting more work on my larynx. So if you can get the same result with less work, seems obvious to me. But anyways, let's go back a little bit and listen to those highs. Super cool. T-pose. Apparently I'm not supposed to say anything. Shh, everybody be quiet. What? What? Yo, we gotta listen to that again because I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what. I don't even really know what just happened. All right, let's go back to that shush. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I get it. So up until this point, I was like, yeah, this song's dope. This is a good song. I was jamming. I was rocking out, right? Okay. So here's the thing. That's really low. But so I'm gonna just say something. I'm not an engineer. Right? I don't do recording. I don't do audio production. I don't really know anything about it. Somebody told me that they felt like these were pitch shifted. Now, I'm hearing these basically for the first time, but I'm pretty sure this was the section they were talking about. The only reason, and legitimately, if it was anybody else, I'd maybe think they were, and maybe they are. But the only reason I'm thinking maybe it's less pitch shifting and maybe more just like somebody in the Facebook community page, one of our members said that they felt like it was the engineer just adding a lot of texture underneath. Now, if you're an engineer, if you do an audio engineering, please feel free to give your feedback. But he has like cell phone videos on his channel of him doing lows that they don't necessarily sound as wide, but they're pretty comparatively low. I'm not going to A/B his whole YouTube channel now, but let's listen to it again.
глаза горит огонь. Приходит смерть, она тебя разбудит. Demolition!
All right, I gotta stop jamming. We gotta talk about it. So here's the thing. I'll put it to you this way: if they are pitch shifted, I don't care. Full transparency. At the end of a couple Kardashev songs, because we were trying to make like an alien character, I've pitch shifted my vocals before. I don't care because he has so many videos of him getting ridiculously low in his living room, in his car. So I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about what he's doing because even if there are some vocal effects going on here, it's a cool section. It's adding to the song. It sounds badass. We've all heard him get low before, so I really don't think it's important. But let's talk about like how he does normally get really low and how I've heard him get really close to this before. So like I've mentioned before, our voices are a lot more than just our vocal folds. They're a lot more than just our false chords, our arytenoid cartilages. It's a lot more than just the actual piece that's creating the phonatory sound, the phonatory source, right? Like that. What our voice is, a lot of what our voice is the shape of our body. Like I tell people, we have a human instrument. Literally, the instrument that we play a human. And so that being said, I mentioned this in my other Slaughter to Prevail video, but I am convinced that this dude's chest cavity, his sinuses, his neck, his pharynx, which is basically the space that runs from the back of the nose, nasopharynx, back of the mouth, oropharynx, back into the throat, laryngopharynx, and things like that. I'm convinced that his anatomy is just big and beefy. If you listen to videos of Alex talking, giving interviews, he has a very naturally bassy voice quality. And the sound of your speaking voice actually can kind of give you an idea of where you're going to sit. Like for me, I have kind of a higher voice for a guy. Not super high, but I speak just in a higher register. And so for me, highs, they're crazy easy. But like lows, because I have a little bit of a higher voice and I also have kind of an anatomically narrow airway, I have to really like... I have to work a little bit to get down there. So, real quick, I just want to clarify. I'm not doing shots fired saying that these are pitch shifted. I'm saying even if they are, I don't think it matters because Alex is a bomb vocalist. He knows how to get crazy low. And if you want to do a cool effect to make a section sound hard as hell, I say go for it. Let's listen to this section one more time because it is banging. And let's go.
Каждого в нему все, что он так любит. Нет никаких разбитых судеб. С рождения в глазах горит огонь.
I'm going to say they're not. Again, I'm not an engineer. I don't do audio production. But I feel like what I'm hearing is the vocals being made really open. And again, I'm not an engineer, so forgive me if these terms are wrong, but very wide. The sound is very wide. But I'm feeling like that's making it seem a little deeper than it is. And like I said, there's this one video of Alex where he's like got his cat on the back of a chair and he like swings the phone around and he does like this really deep scream and it's really close to this. So I'm saying that he is not pitch shifting. I'm saying that this is him, and maybe there's like some EQ stuff going on, which everybody EQs their vocals.
Каждого в нему все, что он так любит. Нет никаких разбитых судеб. С рождения в глазах горит огонь. Приходит смерть, она тебя разбудит.
Damn. Oh, yeah. See? Damn. All right, y'all. So that was Slaughter to Prevail, Demolisher. Again, one thing we need to think about is the way that we generate our distortion. False chord fry, whatever you're doing. A lot of the way that you're going to manipulate that is with the shape of the mouth and creating as much space in the oral cavity, in the vocal tract that you can, right? So before anything, if you're just getting started, before you try to sound crazy low or crazy high or do tunnels or do all these crazy things, just try to nail forward resonance, diaphragm support, and then just that basic distortion. And then once you have that distortion down, you can take it and you can manipulate it with mouth shapes, with relaxed, like open throat when you're yawning, with funny voices that you're speaking with. You can do so many things, but the most important thing is that basic distorted vocal metal scream, which Alex has 100% down and knows how to manipulate with extreme technical prowess, we will say. But again, that's it for me today. I appreciate you all hanging through the video. If you like the content, if you found this fun, be sure again to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like my analysis, my level of analysis on your vocals, head over to Wizio, link in the description below, and I'm happy to give you my feedback. And as always, many thanks, much love. I'm going to check on my AC.